Well, hello! This is UOAbigail, and I would like to welcome you to our 7th episode of New Avalon using Etho's modpack. And you can see behind me here, or in front of me here now, rather, that I've cleared out pretty much this half of the front of the base. I still have to work on this half over here. I've already begun clearing out the trees, and I went ahead and finished out at least the exposed section of the ceiling there. We'll eventually replace this floor and continue on with these walls, but I did mention a few things last episode, and I wanted to address those things real quick. Number one, the coke ovens. I was originally thinking about running the coke ovens on either side of this passage here, you know, on this side over here and this side over here, but I'm not entirely sure I want to do it that way now. I may want to go ahead and put them in these walls here because when this is all covered up, we've got a 3 wide here with a 4 wide space between, and then another 3 wide here as well. So we could actually fit a coke oven here and a coke oven here. And I'm thinking about potentially doing that on this wall here. We've got a 3 wide here and a 3 wide here that'll wind up being, and I may do that. I'm not 100% positive yet, but you know, it's possible. Also, I had mentioned that I'd wanted to make an automatic refueling station, sort of, for the mining ship, and I was wondering if the piston there would push a leadstone energy cell or a redstone energy cell or resonant energy cell, and well, unfortunately, no, it will not. However, I did find that using one of these, I believe it's from Open Blocks, it's a block placer, we can place it inside of there and it will place it. So using that in combination with a block breaker, maybe below it or above it or beside it or whatever, we may be able to actually go ahead and manage this. So yeah, we'll work on that later though, because the block breaker requires a diamond pick, and well, I've only got 1 diamond left at the current time because I went ahead and constructed another chemical synthesizer and another chemical decomposer, and I'm going to need to make at least 1 more synthesizer in order to begin to automate the creation of this methacrylate. So yeah, we'll need to go ahead and do that at some point today, but I did want to show you that I have this done. I tested that, and you know, we're making some progress here. I've got our energy banks over here loaded up. I'm just waiting on see, we got some charcoal blocks here. I'm just waiting on some more coal or charcoal, or I may just go ahead and just take a bunch of this with me, and we'll just run with that. I may just go ahead and do that anyway. Also, you'll notice here that I've got the scrap, and that's what I wanted to go ahead and do now. Is we got 64 scrap boxes worth of scrap, so we'll go ahead and make those real quick. Probably been quicker if I'd have just looked it up and shift clicked it, but we'll just go ahead and do it this way. So we've got 64 scrap boxes. Let's see if we can get anything useful. And I guess we'll just go ahead and do them right here. Alrighty, so far we got, we'll just go ahead and put the stuff in this one here. We started off with a few things in our inventory already. The steak, that actually come in handy because I'm a little hungry, and we've only got some half-eaten calamari left. Copper ore, some rotten flesh, and I'm hearing a zombie or something. Alright, well anyway, some bread. And of course we got a bunch of these wooden tools that we can use for fuel or whatever. Well, ooh, we got a single-use battery, yay. Alright, and some rubber and a sign. Yeah, not too bad. You know, we got a few semi-useful items. The slime ball come in handy. And of course the pumpkin we can use to make more energy out of. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and see about resting and maybe find out what that is, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Alrighty, at this point, we're going to go ahead and get ready and go do a mining trip. We're going to set the quarry up somewhere, and I'll go select a location, and I will meet you there. Alrighty, we have selected a location. It's kind of high up a little bit, and we can get some resources going here. So let's go ahead and place our quarry, and place it right there, and there we go. We'll need our water bucket, and we are good to go. I'm going to place this back, and I'll go ahead and start getting our generators burning, and put the rest of this in here for later. And here we go. We're starting to get our resources. I'm going to let this run, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Alrighty, this thing has ceased running, and we managed to get you know, quite a bit of compressed cobble, and you know, some miscellaneous resources. Nothing too major. Got a little redstone, some coal, and such, and of course, you know, some more diorite, which will come in handy for the inside of the base. There, got some sand, you know, etc. It looks like maybe half a stack of iron ore. Not too much this time. This one was not as profitable of a trip as I would have hoped, but hey, you know, that's the way it goes. Let's go ahead and take this down, and that's taken care of. We're going to go ahead and let this charge up, and I will be back with you in a bit. Alrighty, we've got all of our materials moved from the ship over there, and I'm starting to clear out this area over here so that we can replicate this on this side. And yeah, it's going to take a little while because I, you know, haven't yet, you know what, actually I probably should, but I haven't yet built a excavator, so maybe I'll go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll clear some of this out, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Alrighty, a little time has passed, and we now have this area here cleared out. We still need some more of these laboratory blocks. I'll have to make some nether quartz and deal with that later. And we're still short on some diorite, but yeah, another mining trip or two, and I'm sure we'll find enough to finish that. In any case, it turns out that either I wasn't paying attention or I didn't care at the time, but yeah, this is not exactly centered. Now I could of course expand it to where this side over here is the same as this side over here, and I may wind up doing that and just make this into a larger square room. But in any case, yeah, that's something we'll have to deal with. I'll have to make a decision on that, and we'll have to start working on this floor because it is almost time to begin moving these machines and getting it set up in a more permanent fashion. But I did say that we were going to go ahead and make those coke oven bricks, so we might as well go ahead and do that right now. If I have enough materials, that is. I do not know if I have any more sand. Yes, I do. Alright, so we'll have enough to make at least some. And we have enough to make one coke oven. So we'll go ahead and get started on that right now. Now I'm still not 100% sure if I want to have it in, you know, out here or like line the hallways with them. But for the time being, we're just going to go ahead and place it out here in the open. So we'll move it later. So we'll just go ahead and build this right here. And at least we can start producing some coal coke, which was the actual intent of what I was going to be doing with this, because we wind up getting some coal while we're clearing out our area and while we're out on our ship mining, and we can also manufacture it from the pumpkins as needed. So I do have a couple stacks of coal, so we'll just go ahead and get one of them cooking up right now, and we'll start getting some creosote oil that we can use to make some additional wood types. So now that that is done, we need to start working on how we're going to automate our methacrylate production, because yeah, we're running out. I mean, I did have a bunch, I do have a bunch on the ship out here which we could grab, but I'm wanting to leave it here for the use of the mining operation. So I'm still not sure if I want to have that kind of production here, or if I want to have it, in the back there somewhere, because I still have to decide where we're going to put our pumpkin farm. I mean, we've got a little minor farm over there with 8 pumpkins that can grow, but I'm wanting to produce a larger amount, and I want it to be fully automatic, which means either we're going to need some block breakers, which of course require diamonds, or we're going to have to use the older method of using pistons, sticky pistons, and hoppers, water streams, that kind of stuff to pick up the pumpkins automatically. In fact, we may just go ahead and start off with the piston version for now, and then we can always upgrade it later. So, assuming we're going to do that, I don't think I want it out here. I think I want out here to be for other purposes. I think I want a power generation in the back somewhere. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get ready to clear out some area back there, and we'll work from there. Where did I have that? There they are. So we'll just go ahead and put these bricks back for now, and we'll mess with them again later. Be right back. Alrighty, well, some time has passed, and I have now pretty well cleared out the area that we're going to be working with. It took a little longer than I expected because I ran into about 700 silverfish throughout the area, and I had to deal with them bit by bit. Well, anyway, I went ahead and started setting this up real quick. I've got a redstone torch back there attached to a repeater. I have a sticky piston facing down to pull the signal through. Whenever you press this button right here, you'll see the redstone dust down there glows. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting up some sticky pistons facing up, and we're going to go ahead and set them along right here. Let me go ahead and get these set up, and we're just going to place them in just like that. Now, what we're going to be doing, let me go ahead and take this dirt out of here because we don't need it. We will need to make one more repeater real quick. Oh, hello. I do not have a proper sword ready for him because we do not have any ender pearls, and I would really like to grab one. So let's see if we can kill this guy and get one real quick. Excellent. Yeah, first ender pearl. So we can use that later. Well, anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, we were going to make a repeater real quick. And we'll go ahead and throw this repeater down right here for now. And then we'll go ahead and connect it up to this redstone right here. Now granted, this repeater is eventually going to be lower. I'm actually going to have to dig this out right here, but we'll deal with that in a little while. So what's going to happen is whenever you press this, that's going to go up. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having dirt right here. And then of course, actually I know I will not need to do that because we're going to have dirt right there. We're going to be planting our pumpkin on our pumpkin seed here, and our pumpkin will grow here. So to simulate the pumpkin growth, we're going to grab a pumpkin real quick, throw it there. Now on top of the pumpkin, we're going to be placing this transfer node. And inside the transfer node, we'll be putting a world interaction upgrade actually down there. So, provided the pumpkin does not fly back here, which we will be placing another node back here eventually to pick it up. But anyway, when you press this, okay, it got sent out the wrong way that time. There's going to be glass in front of here, so that won't happen. There we go. And you'll see that the pumpkin is now here. And then we'll be able to pipe it along to wherever we're going to be doing our energy processing. So that is the basic idea behind what we're going to be doing here. Now, in order to set this up, I'll just need to make a bunch more repeaters, run the redstone, plant the seeds, and then of course I made these technical blocks, which I'm going to be using to hide some of this. And I'll mix it up a little bit and add some vents and some glowstone and stuff, because we need to have a light level of 9 in the block directly above here or higher in order for the pumpkin to actually grow. So we'll probably be placing like some glowstone or some jack-o'-lanterns or something up above, and or like in the block directly above, because let's just go here real quick. This represents the pumpkin stalk, and then this will represent our other transfer node that'll be facing that way. And the block right here can be a light source as long as this block is in airspace, or actually the block in front of here rather is in airspace. I'll be having a technical block up here as well. So that is the basic way we're going to be hooking this up. I'm going to go ahead and do most of this off camera because it'll take a while, and we're nearing the end of this episode, so I don't have time to show all of that on screen. But also, we are very low on redstone. This is all the redstone we have, and we'll have to go out and do some more mining in order to get very much more done, because these transfer pipes, or these transfer nodes rather, require 9 redstone for a redstone block, plus an additional redstone for the crafting recipe, and then every 8 of them require another redstone just for the transfer pipe itself. So we got enough to make maybe a dozen, maybe, of them. So yeah, and then that of course doesn't count all the redstone that's going to be needed to run all of this. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera, and I'll be right back. Well then, there you have it. I went ahead and ring this with the technical blocks. These are the sturdy, and anyway, I went ahead and planted all the pumpkins over there, and I have redstone run for a portion of it anyways. I did run out of redstone, of course, so it'll be a little while before we can continue this. But what I wound up doing was I wound up making a bunch of repeaters, and I was going to use the repeaters to run into the pistons. But I just remembered that you could separate your redstone out like this and not have to worry about using repeaters for that. In order to extend the signal, I tried various different methods, and this is about the best method I could find to extend the signal beyond the original 15. So when it reaches here, it just repeats it and continues on from here. And this repeater here is just to keep it from backfeeding, because you can create a signal lock by if this redstone here was to connect to this one here, it could create a signal lock, and it would keep these all extended at all times. So as soon as I get some more redstone, I'll figure out how far down it'll go before I'll need to do another one of those over here somewhere to continue on to this point. But for now, I do believe we're going to pretty well call this the end of the episode. I'm pretty sure we've reached our time limit by now. I'm going to let this stuff grow for a little while and see what all gets harvested. So, I do want to thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, this is UOAbigail saying, have a great day.